beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Earth Angel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveiled reading, we will be taking a look at messages from your higher self. Okay, and so these are the three cards that wanted to come out for this reading. So go ahead and take a look. And as usual, I will put it up for a couple of more seconds so you can see which card calls out to you the most. Okay, and so whichever image calls out to you the most, that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you. All right. So happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. So this is your image here. All right. And let's see what the message says. And it says divine sisterhood. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you, and whom you can help too, as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. All right, and that is a divine sisterhood. Okay, so I'm picking up that some of you are meant to make some type of connections. Okay, and like the card mentions, that could be via new relationships, new collaborations, joining some type of social network or some type of social community, or even new friendships being introduced into your life at this time. So I am picking up that energy surrounding this pal, that there are divine connections that are meant to be made. Okay, and these could be with people who already exist in your life. Maybe it is meant for you to form a deeper bond with those people, or this could be new people coming in as well. All right, so if any of you get any invitations inviting you to engage or participate in any type of events that could possibly open up to a network of different relationships or different type of bonds being formed, be on the lookout for that. All right, so that's what I'm picking up for some of you. But let's go ahead and take a look at what oracle messages wanted to come out for you in regards to what messages your higher self would like to give to you at this time. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have another divine feminine. All right, so you have divine sisterhood, and then you also have the divine feminine coming out for you all. And it says, your feminine energy is out of balance and can leave you vulnerable. Learn to use your feminine power wisely. All right, and so for this, I'm picking up for some of you all is that you need to be more in tune with the feminine side of yourself, and allow that vulnerability to take form and take shape so that you can recognize when this divine group of people or situations present themselves for you. Okay, but let's see what else we have. And you have a rare gem. You are a rare breed. Don't waste your energy trying to convince anyone of it. They're not supposed to understand you. So I'm getting with this pile number one that some of you, it is definitely time to embrace your feminine energy. Okay. And with that, with this rare gem coming up, it's saying that it's okay to be different. Okay, because there are others like you. All right, with the divine feminine and the divine sisterhood coming up, there are others like you. So if you feel out of place in some type of situation, scenario, or circumstance, your higher self wants you to, they first want to say that it's okay, and they also want you to begin to embrace that. I'm getting the word quirky side of yourself. Okay, they want you to begin to embrace that side of yourself, and they want you to know once you do, you will magnetically and energetically attract others like you. Okay, so if some of you are in doubt about some type of or about your potentials and your capabilities, or your aspirations, because maybe it seems out of whack in the social norm, quote unquote. Um, Now is the time to kind of recognize that it is a blessing in disguise. So, for whatever that means for some of you, there is some type of blessing in disguise about yourself. And now it's time to own up to it, is what I'm getting. Okay. You are a rare gem, you are a rare breed. Okay. So, you may have now start to begin to notice things about yourself that maybe you ignored once before, or you put it off because you didn't want to acknowledge it, but now you're being called to do so. Okay, because it's going to bring you the right connections in this lifetime. Okay, it's going to bring you the right connections that's going to allow for you to further embrace and further open up to your truest potential. Okay, your feminine energy is out of balance. Okay, and it's it's not, I'm getting with the out of balance, is that um I'm getting shape shifting. So you're more so shape shifting into fitting into societal norms. Okay. And with this, what it's saying is it leaves you vulnerable, then that just means that you open yourself up to not embrace who you are, but embrace what others present to you. All right. So you're being called at this time to um, live your true, authentic self. All right. Let's see what else we have for you. All right. And it says anything you lose comes around in another form. All right. So we have opportunity, choices, and transformation. Yes. So if some of you are afraid of this transformation, okay, with this butterfly being here on this image, if some of you are afraid of transformation because you may lose out on something, as this card says, anything you lose is going to come around in another form. So you're being called to open up to your authentic self and not being afraid of the things that you will lose or that you will shed away from once you begin to do so. All right. So when the butterfly transforms from the cocoon to the beautiful butterfly that it becomes, it has to shed what was there in order for it to take its full shape and in order for it to live out its fullest potential, right? So your higher self is wanting you to know, don't be afraid of transformation. All right. Don't be afraid to make those choices that's going to allow for you to expand. Okay. Because whoever doesn't stick around for that transformation, whoever falls off after that transformation, they were not meant to be there to begin with. All right. So it's okay to shed those things that at this point no longer serve you, right? That's what transformation is about. Not only just shedding or getting rid of circumstances, situations, people that no longer serve you, but even shedding old parts of yourself that no longer serves you. All right. And embracing more of your divine feminine. Okay. Letting your divine feminine nourish you into new relationships because you have opportunities here. And like I was saying earlier, once you begin to embrace that side of yourself, then those new opportunities will come knocking on the door in the shape of new relationships, in the shape of new opportunities, in the shape of new collaborations, right? So this is you having to embrace that part of yourself that's going to allow for these things to come in. All right. Okay, and then you have live life as if everything is rigged in your favor. All right, and it says have confidence, keep the faith. You are supported. Live as everything is going to be just fine. All right. If everything is going to work out just fine, this is what your higher self wants you to know. There's no more room for doubt, is what I'm getting. So if there is an opportunity that is presenting itself or has presented itself, and you were kind of, you know, not all in on it, this is the opportunity for you to recognize that it may be in your best interest. Okay. So if you're living life like everything is rigged in your favor, then that just means that you know that everything is going to work out regardless. All right. So this is what your higher self wants you to know. They want you to have that confidence. Okay. No more doubt is what I'm getting. Okay. And when it's saying you are supported, it's your spirit team coming through saying that you are supported. There is no wrong choice. You have choices here for transformation. There is no wrong choice when you work with them, right? Because they're going to guide you in a way that you are making the right choice. All right. They're going to guide you in a way to where you can open up to the divine principle aspect of yourself and not be so guarded. All right. But at the same time, not be so vulnerable. All right. So they want you to have that confidence. All right. Because this confidence and you embracing, I'm getting this newfound you, is what's going to open up the door for other opportunities to come in and for these relationships to come in for you. Okay. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting embark on a new adventure. Is what I'm getting for you for this pal. Embarking, your higher self wants you to embark on a new adventure that allows you to really get to know the other side of yourself, is what I'm getting. All right. I feel like you may have lived in the shadow for so long and you kind of, wanted to dib and dab in maybe different things that, but you didn't allow yourself to. You were, keep holding yourself back. And so now you're being asked to, pal number one, to fully indulge. Like like I'm really being drawn to this divine feminine image because she just looks like so like she's just like so entangled with to put the potential, right? The possibility, like it's like hope in her, right? You can see it like in her face, like there's just so much hope and aspiration that even though she doesn't know what the unknown has in store for her, she's like open to receive, okay? Learn how to use your feminine power wisely. Okay. Part of being feminine is to be intuitive, right? So learning how to hone in on your intuitive abilities. Okay. To ask for that assistance from the universe, to ask for that assistance from your spirit team. All right. And to not doubt yourself. You are a rare gem. So if, like I was mentioning, if for a long period of time in your life you've kind of shut out a part of you because you were afraid to embrace it, your higher self says no more. This is why you are here. This is why you were. This is why you are here. You are meant to live in the light. Okay, you are the light. You are a part of a bigger stellar universal system, and you are meant to embrace that, and you are meant to let that shine in this lifetime. Okay. All right. And then we have Flower Child. All right. And it says momentum, creativity, action. Yes, it's time to take action. And on this little, in the book, it says, I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. Yes, I love that. Over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. Proud, number one. All right. Because I feel like what I'm getting for this pal is once you all embrace and step into your full potential and embrace this feminine aspect of yourself, you're going to be surprised to how much of a magnet you become. Right. And right now, I feel like that you may have been encased or enclosed in a lot of doubtful energy, questioning yourself, questioning your motives, questioning life itself, right? And so it kind of is kept you in a bubble, and it's left you more with the guard up, okay? More of a masculine energy with the guard up. But you're being called to embrace that feminine energy now, right? Where you let that guard down and where you allow yourself to live freely, where you allow yourself to live freely, because that's going to help you make choices. Okay, that's going to help you when choices present themselves. All right, that's going to help you to have more clarification on them and make the right judgments and make the right calls. All right, I'm being called to really highlight this. Your spirit team wants you to know that you need to live your life as if everything is rigged in your favor. Okay, and when you think of something being rigged, that means that it has been put together for it to work like that. All right. So, regardless of what your mind tells you, regardless of what the ego tells you, that things might not work out, nothing's going to go in your favor, it's already been rigged for it too. Okay. And when you embrace that belief and that concept of that way of thinking, then you will begin to see how the wheels begin to turn in your favor. All right. Trusting in the universe is what I'm getting, because things are already in motion for them to work out for you. All right. But there's, like I say, there's this doubtful energy in this pile where you're kind of holding yourself back from the transformation. Okay. So let's see what tarot messages we have for you all. Thank you, beautiful, beloved goddess Isis. Can you please provide messages for pile number one in regards to what the higher self wants them to know at this time? All right. Yeah, you guys definitely have big opportunity for transformation in your energy field. Okay. But there's this doubt around it. All right. And you need to allow yourself to be nourished at this time in a divine feminine aspect. Okay, because it's gonna bring a lot of rewards. Okay. All right. And you guys have the emperor. Look at that. And the emperor is all about taking charge. All right, being in charge of his domain. All right, so you're being called by your higher self to be in charge, take control, take charge. All right, step into that powerful position of embracing self. All right, allow this transformation to unfold. All right, tell yourself, feel sky's the limit, feel it in yourself that sky is the limit. All right, and that everything is already rigged to work in your favor. You, pal number one, are being called to release doubt. And I'm telling you, like, I feel it strongly. The moment you release this doubt and the moment you say, you know what, forget it, I'm going all in with whatever ideas, aspirations you have about what it is that you want to do, you're going to become a magnet. And trust me when I tell you, you are going to be like in awe of the things that you attract, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, all it took was for me to just change my mindset around this situation. That's all it took for me to do was to just change my mindset, to let my wall down, to embrace the feminine aspect of myself and trust my intuition, trust my spirit team, my spirit guides. That's all it took was for me to just let that guard down and do that. Because when you do that, your energy field is going to become, I'm hearing, it's going to become a strong magnetic force. All right. And you're going to start pulling in all these things left and right. All right. Let's see what else we have for pile number one. What else do we have for pile number one in regards to messages from their higher selves? Oh my gosh. And you guys have temperance. All right. And temperance is all about, part of temperance is trusting the universe, right? Allowing that ebb and flow to run through your life, right? Having that balance, having that tranquility, right? Being at peace. Okay, being at peace. And what I'm getting with this specifically is being at peace at with things of the past. Okay, because for some of you, that's also a part of what's holding you back. Maybe you haven't let go fully things that affected you in some type of way from the past. All right. So even if you look at the image on this card, you can see that one bird is idle in her hand, right? And the other one takes flight. And I feel like you've been idle for a long time now, and now you're being asked to take flight, all right, as part of your transformation journey. Okay, so on you've lived a life of being idle. Okay, so remember the yin and the yang, that has to be balanced. So there's a time and a place for everything. So that period of idleness is over for you. Now it's time to spread your wings and fly, pal number one. And look how feminine she is. Like, look how beautiful she is in this picture, right? She has such a feminine, divine feminine aspect to herself, right? And so this is the inner you I'm getting that's been caged up, pal number one. All right. And I'm virtuous. There's something so virtuous about your soul. All right. There's something so virtuous about your soul, and it's been tucked away for some time now. You've been idle for some time now. And now it's time to spread your wings, pal number one. Take control with the emperor coming up here. Take control, take charge of this transformative um, way of the transformative option that you have. All right. Because remember, it's all a choice for us. So we can either choose to sit and be idle, and take things as they are and kind of, mope about it internally, but not doing anything externally. Or we can take charge, like the emperor does, of our own domain. All right. We make things what we want them to be. All right. Embrace your rareness. Okay. Embrace your authenticity. Allow your authentic self to shine. Okay. um, Four swords. Put down the swords and stop fighting it. All right. Put down the swords and stop fighting it. Let the universe guide you. Let the universe show you the way. All right. So when you may have felt lost in the past, maybe you even feel lost now. This is the time to put your swords down. Let the universe guide you. Let your spirit team guide you, and live as if everything is already worked out in your favor. I'm telling you, like, I'm getting that so strongly, pal number one. The moment you guys do that, like the moment you guys just release and let go, the Four of Swords, right? You are going to be a magnet. Your energy is going to be so magnetic. Like, look how she put her feather down, but she has the three feathers hovering above her, right? So she's relaxed, and she's at this point, she's tired, right? She's resting, she's tired, she's not going to engage any more of her energy and effort into trying to fight against the grain, right? And look how the feathers are coming down to guide her, right? As if to say that the support is there, all right? So you guys so when you take flight, just know that the support is there, all right? And you won't be doing it on your own, all right? Let's see, what else do we have for you? You guys are definitely, pal number one, being called to embrace your authentic self. This is what I'm getting strongly. Embrace your authentic self. No more hiding behind closed doors. All right. And I'm telling you, once you do, like once you release and let go, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. All right. And you guys have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's going to be a very well-rounded, well-grounded queen, right? So she's a nurturer. So she's not going to only nurture those around her, but she's definitely going to nurture herself first and foremost, so that she is able and capable of nurturing those around her. All right. So you all are you all are walking into this energy of um really living up to your highest potential, right? But you're walking into it, all right? But you have to give or make way for the universe to guide you, all right? Don't be afraid, is what I'm getting. Don't be afraid. There's going to be support around you, and you're going to draw them in like a magnet once you let down your guards. All right. Once you let down your guards and you make the commitment to yourself to live your truest potential and to live up to your most authentic self. Once you make that choice to do that, then that's when you're going to realize and you're going to see all of these different things and different aspects of opportunities come in for you all. All right, so you're being called to take control at this time, pal number one. Take control of a transformative part of your life that's trying to unfold at this time. All right, learning to do for self. Like I said, the Queen of Pentacles, she's gonna be well grounded and well formed enough to take care of those around her, but she's gonna have to make sure that she herself is in the right state before she can do that, right? And just like this little note in the book says, I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. All right, you learn to do for self first. So that's another important message that's coming in. Learn to do for self first. All right. If you've been putting yourself on the back burner and living up to social norms, quote unquote, now is the time to put yourself first. Pal number one. Okay. And let's see what last message you have. And look at this. You have burial. And it says you have been planted. All right. So you like I think I said it earlier in this reading, like some of you may have been tucked away. All right. Not allowing your truest self to shine, not allowing the authentic self to shine. All right. And now is the time to do so. Okay. And let's just see exactly what um, the message for this is. All right. And it says, you are surrounded by darkness. Feel there is nowhere to go. You are trapped and you are knee deep in manure. All seems lost, but you have really been planted. Growth happens in the dark, without witness. If only you could see what exists above the surface. Your rest is fertilizer for your growth. Yes. So you have been planted. All right. So if some of you have been, surrounded by darkness, whatever that is for each and every one of you, that was a period of transformation. Think about how the butterfly is in the cocoon, okay, for X amount of time, okay, in this dark and closed cocoon just for it to evolve into something so beautiful. This is you. Okay, so whatever surrounded you in your past up to most recent life, consider that to have been your cocoon. Okay, whatever darkness it was, whatever trials and tribulations you went through, it was there in your cocoon in order to fertilize you into the more beautiful, transformative self that you've always been waiting to emerge as. Okay, so now it's the time for you to ascend, pal number one. All right, let your true light and your true self shine. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pal number one. I really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my beautiful souls, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number two. So this is the image that you chose. All right, and the message is Eye of Horus. And it says, the Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. All right, so that is nice because what I'm getting from this is that a lot of you are spiritually gifted, okay, and you may be aware of that already, and some of you may now just be awakening up to that fact about yourself. All right, so you are spiritually gifted, pal number two, and you are being called to embrace that part of yourself, that side of yourself, because it is essentially meant for you to be able to do a greater good in this lifetime. Okay. So for those of you who are aware of those spiritual gifts and abilities that you possess, they are going to be amplified the more that you invest into them. All right. They are going to become amplified. They're going to grow. The more you invest into really getting to know that side of yourself, okay? And that's whether or not you are dipping and dabbing in different spiritual areas, whatever that is for you all. It's not um, unusual. I'm getting. I don't feel like it's something that's unusual, something that, I mean, I know it's not spirituality, it's not always the most common thing, but don't be afraid to let your light shine, and don't be afraid to embrace and learn more about your spiritual abilities. Okay, is what I'm getting. All right, that is message from your higher self. Okay, it's not an accident that you are seeing things or doing things, or things are presenting themselves to you at this time. They are meant to do that in order for you to fully awaken, okay, or to awaken more. All right, so let's see what other messages we have. And you have what you allow will continue, okay? And it says your boundaries are currently being challenged, so you may learn the art of saying no and remember your power. All right, yes, what did I say? Some of you are being called to step into your power at this time. All right, so there may be different situations, circumstances, or scenarios presenting themselves to you at this time that's giving you the ability to, like the card mentions, okay, say no and instead follow your own path. Okay. So if someone else or a situation is wanting you to do something that you're not 100% on board with doing, this is your time to, and I'm getting like to live normal, right? So some of you may be, you know, you may be in this energy of quote unquote living normal, right? And so now is the time where you're gonna, like, you're gonna be presented with different scenarios that's gonna allow for you to recognize your true power. Okay, these are tests. Okay, so if you continue to block out your power, you continue to block out your gift, all right, then it's not going to be amplified. Okay, what you allow will continue. Okay, so your balance, your boundaries are currently being challenged. What I'm getting is being tested. So you're the spirit realm, all right, your spirit guides are wanting to see how deep you are willing to dive. Okay, how deep in are you willing to dive? All right. So if you're someone who's open to your spiritual gifts and someone who's open to learning more or growing more, then if you continue to pursue that, then it will continue to grow. Okay. Um, are you ready to test those boundaries? Okay. Are you willing to think outside the box? Are you ready to think outside the box? Okay. Um, I'm getting like some type of offer or opportunity being presented to someone, and someone being not fully um, sure about this. Okay. So now it's going to be, if this offer comes up for some of you, that's going to take you out of your comfort zone or take you or make you think outside the box, this is a test for you. All right, this is what I'm getting. This is going to be a test for you. Spirit wants to see how far are you willing to go. Okay, do you want to continue to hide behind the shadows, or do you want to branch out and explore more? Is what I'm getting. Okay, and then we have stand your ground. Okay, and it says hold your own power and never give it away. Not everyone is there to support you. Yeah, so this is another card about power. So you guys are definitely, I'm getting tested. Okay, some of you are definitely being tested with a situation, circumstance, some type of event. All right, that's going to. It's not. I don't know why I'm getting like question your integrity. Something is gonna probably test someone's integrity. But either way, whatever this test is, pile number two, you are definitely being called to stand your ground to end it. Okay, don't relinquish or don't give up your power in a situation or circumstance. All right. And part of what your higher self is saying, you are a lot more powerful than you know. And I most in my experience, I feel as if people that are most powerful as a soul come down as the most humblest in human form, right? So that alone can allow for you to negate your truest ability because you're living this humble way of being, right? Here in human form. But at this time, your spirit guides, your spirit teams want you to know how powerful you really are on a soul level. All right. So this is why you all may be having situations that's coming up for some of you that's testing your boundaries. Okay. That's putting you up in a position to stand in your power. All right. And I feel like for some of you, you will know, like you've had that situation happen, or you may be, um, you know, you've had it happen in the past, or it may be something most recently that's surrounded you. Okay. And you didn't know which way or which way to go with it. All right. And so it's a test. It is a test. It's a test for you to stand in your power, okay? It's a test for you to stand your ground, all right? And once you do that, I feel like whatever circumstance around you that is putting you in that predicament, it will back down, all right? But it's calling on you to embrace that part of yourself of recognizing that you are a lot more powerful than you put on a soul level. All right. And your higher self wants you to know that now it's time to let go I'm getting the word, the meek side of yourself, right? And embrace your truest potential. And let's see what else we have for you all. And it says, be with those who help your being. Like attracts like. Choose friends carefully. All right. So some of you, it could be your inner circle, all right, that test your boundaries. All right. Inner circle could be friends, could be someone in a relationship, it could be family. All right. So some of these boundaries that has been crossed, or some of these boundaries that have been put in place to test you, I feel like it's coming from an inner circle. All right. And so you're being called to let go of those people or things, situations that no longer serve you. Be with those who help your being. Okay, because the ones that's around you at this time are there, have been put in place to try to keep you little. All right, to try to keep you little. All right, they're not as supportive as you think they are. All right, but there are those out there who are meant to be a good support for you. Okay, but you have to learn how to take up for yourself. All right, take up for yourself, defend yourself in a way where those boundaries can no longer be crossed for you all. All right, you have the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus definitely brings protection, and it gives you insight, and it lets you look deeper into um, people's true intentions. All right. So some of you are being surrounded with people right now who don't have the truest or bestest of intentions for you. All right. And this is why you're being called to be with those who help your being. Like attracts like. Okay. And some people in our lives, sometimes they want to keep us small. They try to minimize us because it makes them feel bigger. But your spirit team is saying that you are way bigger than them, and it's time that you show it. And not bigger than them in a physical aspect, right? I feel like some of you guys have been made small for so long that you yourself began to think that you're small. And Spirit is saying that no, it's time to tap out of that energy and tap into your powerful energy. Okay? Because what you allow will continue. Okay? People only do, and that's perfect for that saying, people only do what you allow to do to them. Or did I say that right? People only do to you what you allow them to do to you, right? So this is why it's going to be essential for this group. Power number 2, you are being asked to stand your ground in some type of situation, scenario that some of you may be currently facing at this time, or will be faced with in the near future, or have been faced with in the most recent past. All right. Don't be afraid to stand your ground, because those people or those situations are there to not only test your boundaries, but to keep you small. And so now it's time to break free from that energy. Okay. All right. And then you have what is planted in your soul will sprout. It says plant seeds, dedication, your work is rewarded. All right. And like I was saying, like your soul is a powerful, powerful soul, but I feel like it's living it's in its most humblest form right now. Right. Um, I'm, I'm getting like pushover. I don't get it strongly, but for some, it could be that you may be considered a pushover to others. And even if you don't feel like you're a pushover to them, they feel like you're a pushover to them. All right. And your higher self wants you to be aware of these people in these situations, because they're minimizing you right now. All right. They're minimizing you, they're keeping you small. And you didn't come here to be small. It's what your spirit team wants you to know. You didn't come here to play it small. All right. So now it's time for you to I'm getting distance yourself. All right. Distance yourself, give yourself the break that you need, give yourself the space that you need, so that you can see with the eye of Horus the truest divine perception that's being presented to you in the truest divine intentions that's being presented to you. All right. Plant your seeds. Okay. What is planted in your soul will sprout. It's already there. Okay. You already have the soul DNA, like I was saying earlier, to be a powerful soul. It's already there. Okay. But now it needs to sprout. All right. And you have harmony. And it says ease, inner child, softness. And it also says, may sweet and soft things find you. Yes. Be with those who help your being. May sweet things and soft things find you. All right. So there is going to be people, or I should say, there are going to be people. All right. There are going to be people. There are going to be situations that are meant to help you blossom. All right. So what I'm getting for this group is that, like I was saying earlier, inner circle. Okay. Not everyone has your best intentions, and it's you're being called to awaken to that. Okay, you're being called to awaken to not everyone has your best intentions, and that you are more powerful than you let on. All right. You're living in your most humblest form right now. Okay. And it's intentional on your from your human perspective, but your soul now is looking to sprout. All right. Your soul is now looking for harmony, inner peace, ease, softness. Okay. No more abruptness is what I'm getting. All right. It's ready to expand beyond that at this point. All right. And then let's see, what messages, beautiful beloved goddess Isis, do we have for pile number 2 in regards to messages from the higher selves? Queen of Cups, trust your instincts. Okay. Trust your instincts. Go with your intuition. Trust your emotions at this time. Okay. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. All right. It's what I'm getting. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, your soul, your inner soul It's longing for harmony. And I feel like for this pal, there's not a lot of that at this time. Okay. But the potential is there. The potential is there. But with the boundaries being tested, okay, on whose ever behalf, it's there to awaken you. It's there to give you a new perspective, to give you a different perspective on things. All right. Oh my gosh, look, and you have the King of Cups. So you have both the King and the Queen of Cups here. A lot of strong emotion, right? A lot of probably emotional blockages, all right? And you're being called to release those. Look at this, how this ship sails through the stone wall of a dress that she has, right? It's time to go past the rocky tides, all right? Look at the water and the hardships, right? With this rock formation of a dress, all right? You're moving beyond that at this point, all right? And with the spirit, I mean, with the image here, the boat is also being held in her hand. This is spirit comforting you, okay? Comforting you through these times, all right? There needs to be I feel like there was for some type of denial. So some of you may be aware of these situations that you're in, but you're kind of in a sense of denial about it, right? Maybe afraid to go through these emotions, to fight past these emotions, um, and to move on to another side of yourself, right? Because maybe that could have been comfort for you. But you're called at this time to do just that, because on the other side of here, right, on the other side of this dress, this is where you're going to find those who are like, right, those who are for your best intentions, for your best interests, all right. So, and I'm definitely like, and I'm picking up that some of see situations have been may have occurred for such a long time that it would feel um it would be like distraughtful to let them go, to let old friendships go, to let old relationships go, because they've been there for so long, right? So this too can cause the hesitancy in moving forward. But you'll have to, in order to find your way, to find your light, okay, is what I'm getting. You're looking for something more harmonious, and um, you're going to have to cross over in order to find it, okay? Because it doesn't reside where you're at now, is what I'm getting. All right, what else do we have for count? Oh, both of those go out. All right, so we have the Three of Wands, expansion. And we also have the world, right? Expansion and the world. So things coming to an end, right? But with the world being there, things coming to an end in a more positive turn, right? And I get like task is complete, right? Task is complete, been there, done that. You've outgrown some things. You've outgrown some things. And I'm really picking up friendships, relationships. I'm picking up that mostly. You've outgrown some things, okay? And now it's time for you to move along, all right? And look how the ship is like making its appearance in this card also. It's as if she's passed the ship along to her, right? It's as if she passed the ship along, and now look, she's like looking on a new horizon, like a new day, right? She's been given what she needed to have the foresight to move forward, right? And look how we like now I get this image a little bit more. So it's as if you've been saved from the rocky waters, right? So while this ship wants to continue to tread through the rocky waters, this ship has been saved, right? So it doesn't have to endure all of these things, right? This ship has been saved, and here this ship shows up again, all right? And the waters are more calmer and more peaceful, okay, looking forward, all right? Things coming to an end. So some of you guys are in rocky situations, but you have the power. All right. And now I'm getting a completely different energy from this King of Cups, right? You have the power. You are the stone wall, right? You have the power to um to release yourself from these things that try to hold you back, right? You have the power to sail into more calmer waters. Okay. So whatever situations you all are going through, um, for those who this reading relates to, just know that you have the ability to make things better for yourself. All right. But it does, I feel like, involve you allowing yourself to see situations for what they truly are. All right. Standing your ground and realizing that things are only going to continue if you allow them to. So that you're being called to really get in touch and in tune with your inner self, with your intuitive self, so that you can make the right choices and be guided going forward. Okay. All right. And then the last oracle message we have for you is, it says Ouroboros. All right. And it has this infinity shaped symbol on it. Actually, a really pretty card. But let's see what Ouroboros has to say. All right, and it says the Ouroboros has come into our lives to remind you that you are divine and eternal. That challenges, particularly related to your physical body and image, are transitory. The sorrows that you hold onto are three-dimensional, ephemeral, and inconsequential to your true divine self. There is an eternal hum or rhythm that governs our spirit. Our biorhythm, internal clock, seasons, and cycles are all influence the ebb and flow in our lives. Externally, the world is governed by ticking clocks, schedules, intrusive messages, thoughts, news reels, and artificial lighting. Okay. So this is just like I was saying, like I feel like this is when I was mentioning earlier about how some of you are meant to feel small, right? And it says this card comes into your life to remind you that you are divine and eternal, all right? And that the challenges there are there just so that you can recognize your truest potential, all right? So situations around you making you feel small, and when in actuality, you're more powerful than you know, all right. And so you're being reminded at this time to do just that. All right. So it says that in this world around you, when was the last time you listened inward to your own internal rhythm? Okay. And not what someone else's rhythm is, or what someone else has to provide or say. When have you listened to your own internal drum? All right. And this is what you're being called to do, pal number two. Listen to your own internal drum. All right. And realizing that you are in control of the people and the situations that you keep around yourself. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you, pal number two. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, please remember to hit the like button and also to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my beautiful souls, take care and bye bye. Hi to those of you who chose pile number three. So this is the image that you chose. All right, and the message is soul retrieval. And it says, Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. All right, so that is beautiful. You guys are being called to let go of any past traumas. All right. Any past traumas in order to get down to the truest essence of your soul self. All right. So things that this pal may have went through in the most recent past, even currently, whatever those challenges may have been. Okay, it's what's in place for you to come to this point of being able to revive on a spiritual and a soul level. All right. So this is the great goddess Isis coming in, letting you know that her healing powers are there for you. Okay. So for those of you who work with her, use that to call in on her healing powers and her healing energy in order to help guide you through times of hardship, okay, times of betrayal, times of doubt, anything that is going to affect the soul being able to fully grow, okay? So let's see what other messages we have for you. All right, and we have new beginnings. And it says, time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. It's in your hands right now to change your story. Yes, I love it, right? Soul retrieval. It's now time to dig into the soul vault, right? And pull out those things that is going to revive you on a soul level. All right. So it's time to start something new. Okay. And whatever this is that's new for you, it is going to be there in order to help to advance you. Okay, so then this may show up in different ways for some of you, these new beginnings. Okay, they can be new relationships, new job opportunities, new place of living. Okay, um, whatever it is, just know that it is in place for a purpose. All right, it is in place for a purpose. I'm getting that you all have, up to this point you've endured and you've went through your challenges, and now it's time to move past that phase. Okay, they've brought you to this point for a reason, but now it is time to move further past those things. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. So let's see what else we have. All right, and it says, don't wait to get picked. Okay, don't chase anything that doesn't want to be caught. Instead, pick yourself up and forge ahead. Yeah, this is you not waiting on others. Okay, either they're with the program or they're not, right? You don't have to be picked by others on a human level, right? You're picked and chosen on a soul level, right? On a spiritual level. So if this new beginning involves you leaving behind those who don't want to follow suit, then that's just what it's going to have to be, because you're on a soul journey right now. And right now, pal number 3, you are going through a soul retrieval process. You're awakening and you're beginning to remember who you are on a soul level. All right, and you sitting around waiting to get picked, it's not going to work in your best favor. Waiting for others to choose you, waiting for others to validate you, right? That's not what you're here for. That's not what you're meant for. All right, Spirit is saying you don't need to be validated. You are the validator. All right. So this is definitely going to be a call for some of you all. If it hasn't, if you know what the situation is, then you know. If not, this is going to awaken a lot of you. Okay, this is going to awaken a lot of you to looking at situations and circumstances around you, and what is it really doing for you on a soul level. All right. And then you have the womb is the place where the light enters, healing, blessings, strength to carry on. Yeah, so I feel like this is you leaving behind a dark past. All right. And I'm getting like for those that's in your life that wants to live in that energy still, and who, because some people, misery loves company. Some people want to keep you there with them, right? And your spirit team is saying no, that phase for you is over and done with. All right, just look at what lesson you were to take from that and move ahead. Okay. And but you not move ahead in a way to where you dismiss it completely. This is where you get the opportunity to address it. All right, is what I'm getting. Your spirit team wants you to address those wounds and realizing that it's okay to say, okay, this situation, this person, whatever the case is, has served its purpose up to this point. All right, but now you're on a healing journey. Now you're on a soul retrieval journey. Okay, and your spirit team is giving you the strength to carry on. All right, so the wound is there to help you grow, whatever that is. It's there to help you face those new beginnings. Okay, and it will see it from a different aspect or a different perspective. All right, so look at this divine portal, right? One is darker and one is lighter. Okay, but they all for it all essentially forms together. All right, so this is those things that were there to that have maybe have wounded you, you know, that being part of your story, it all being encompassed in the whole essence of your soul. All right, it's all part of the story. Okay, but now it's time for you to pick it up and move it along. It's what I'm getting. All right, and then you have to praise the sun is to praise your own eyes. Okay, seeing clearly, gratitude, happy with your life. And what did I just say? Like some people, sometimes misery loves company, right? And sometimes people want to keep you in that dark place, in that dark space with them. All right, so this is you recognizing that you don't have to be a part of those circumstances. All right, you don't have to be part of those circumstances. Allowing yourself the ability to see clear now. All right, to see what's for you and what's not for you. Okay, but also addressing that any wounds that may have incurred during the dark phase or the dark night of the hour, that those wounds were essentially there to give you a lesson and to help you to expand on and grow on a soul level. All right, so look at those situations as a way for you to be express gratitude first of all, to be able to say, okay, I've endured through that. Okay, I progressed through that, but now I'm ready to live a happy life. All right, it's a healing. Some of you have a lot of healing to do. Some of you are on a healing journey, right? And this is the point. This is the point in your life right now where those new beginnings start. Okay, and let's see what else we have. And we have the alchemist. And it says empowerment, pain, sorceress. Okay. And on this cup, it says, oh, I don't break that easy. Not anymore. Instead, I use things as fuel. Yes, using that dark space, that dark moment, that dark night of the hour to allow yourself to feel empowered now, right? Using it as fuel for growth. All right. Looking at those situations and those circumstances and just saying that does not define me. That does not define who I am on a human level nor on a soul level. All right. Being the alchemist and being the person in charge of their destiny. All right. Allowing those new beginnings to come in. Okay. Not allowing old past hurts or whatever situations, traumatic situations that this group may have experienced, not allowing them to shape and mold you any longer. All right. Saying yes to a happy life. All right. This is what your higher self wants you to know. It's time to say yes to a happy life. It's time for those new beginnings. It's time to close and heal those wounds. Okay. No longer waiting to be picked, no longer waiting to be validated. You don't need to be validated. All right. On the soul level, you are way beyond what you experience here on earth. All right. So now it's time to pick up the pieces. All right. Pick up the pieces to complete the puzzle. All right. New chapters, new beginnings, going forward for this pal. Okay. Let's see what tarot messages want to come out for you. Thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. Can you please provide messages for pile number 3 in regards to what the higher self wants them to know. All right. So you have the strength to carry on, pile number 3. And you're being asked to really take those wounds, those past hurts head on, because that's the only way that you're going to fully release them. Okay, it's when you take them, the alchemist, right? The alchemist is going to put together different formations, different ingredients in order to make the ideal product. So that's you dibbing and dabbing and taking a hurt from this, a hurt from that, and realizing, what lesson did I learn from this? What lesson did I learn from that? Oh, okay, I get it now. This is how I'm meant to grow. This is what I'm meant to do. So you alchemizing situations and making them work in your favor. All right. And you guys have the 7 of Cups. Having those options. Okay. Having a clear view. All right. Seeing things clearly. All right. Seeing that there are other options and that there's not one path to go down. All right. No longer being confused as to, I'm getting no longer being confused as far as why you are the way you are. Right. Because when you begin to acknowledge those past hurts, things make more sense. All right. So you don't have to be confused about who you are on a human level nor on a soul level. All right. Because you acknowledge these wounds. This is what you're being called to do. Acknowledge those wounds so that they no longer have control over you. All right. Because then you're able to make them work in your favor with the alchemist. Okay. You're able to make those things, those past hurts work in your favor. Okay. Rather than against you. Strength. Look at that. You guys are built with resilience. Okay. You guys are built with strength. All right. So you have it in you you are bigger and stronger than your problems, is what I'm getting. And your spirit team, they want you to recognize that. They want you to take ownership of that. All right. They want you to use your resilience and your strength to recognize that you are bigger than your problems. You are bigger than your wounds. You are bigger than your past. Okay. And where you may have allowed it to break you before, not anymore. Use these things as fuel. All right. Use those things to push you forward rather than retract you back. All right. Because on the other side of this, there's a whole powerful person waiting to shine, and that person is you. All right. So now it's time to break through the barriers, break through the boundaries that has held you back. All right. This is what you're being called to do, pile number 3. Break through those boundaries. Okay. Use your strength to persevere. Look at this. You have the devil coming up. Those things were just distractions. Okay, trying to keep you woven into the web. Look at that. The temptation. Okay, tempting you and luring you back into a web of deceit, a web of hurt, a web of pains. Okay, all that glitters is not gold. All right. And this is what you have to recognize about situations and circumstances around you. All that glitters is not gold, and some things are only there to keep you distracted, okay? To trap you, to deceive you, all right? And they don't have the purest intentions, all right? Misery loves company. Remember that. Look, oh, you don't have to leave the situation. You don't have to, things will be better. I promise, things are going to turn around, or whatever the case is, whatever is being told to keep you or to lure you in. Look at that, being lured with the cherries there. Whatever's luring you in, this is your spirit team saying you are bigger than that. Recognizing and realizing when enough is enough. All right. recognizing when enough is enough and that you don't have to drown in other people's sorrows with them. All right, because it leads to nowhere. It just causes entrapment and entanglement. Look at that. Entrapment and entanglement. So you're being called to really to recognize your options. Pound number 3. You're being called to recognize your options here. All right. And to realize you are bigger than anything that tries to limit your truest potential. You can, with the alchemist card, you can have power over those things and not let those things have power over you. All right. This is a phase of a new beginning for you. Take control. Take control, power number 3. And with taking control, it's just really first starting by acknowledging. All right, acknowledging, like I said, those wounds. When you can say, okay, I know this hurt me, and that I know this happened and it hurt me, but I'm over it now. You know, address that it hurt you, address why it hurt you, address why you're gonna get over it. All right, so that you can move on with your life and live a happy life. Some of you are really being restricted by right now by past wounds and past hurts. And this could be in the form of it being your ego, right? This could be in the form of it being yourself telling yourself that, or this could be in the form of people around you telling you that. You know, misery loves company, trying to hold you back. All right. But this is the opportunity, power number 3, for you all to say no more. No more. To stand in your power. All right. And you may be able to save others along the way, right? You may be able to heal others along the way. And I'm saying that because look how this little sweet innocent girl in this image tames this wild lion, right? It's like almost like she made him submit to a peaceful, calmer side of himself. All right. So some of you will actually save others by saving yourselves. Some of you will heal others by healing yourself. All right. So, but you don't have to allow yourself to be dragged into other people's dilemmas, dramas, messiness, right? You don't have to allow that. You can remove yourself from it, and you can also give them the opportunity to remove themselves from it. Okay? Allowing them to see that they don't have to be, the person that they are. And that's for some. It's not going to be for everybody because not everybody is meant to be saved. Okay. Not everybody can be saved. But one thing is for sure is that you can save yourself. All right. So let's see. What else do we have for pound number 3? Messages from their higher self. What messages do we have for pound number 3 in regards to what the higher self wants them to know at this time? Better days are ahead, pound number 3 is what I'm getting. Okay, to praise the sun is to praise your own eyes. And that's beautiful because it's you recognizing that your eyes have this ability to see something so beautiful, right? Expressing gratitude that your eyes, because not everyone is blessed with eyesight, right? But you expressing the gratitude that you have the eyesight to be able to see something as beautiful as the sun. So that's you giving yourself recognition, right? That's you allow yourself to see clearly. That's you allow yourself to be happy, right? Expressing that gratitude and that thankfulness for something such as eyesight that not everyone has, all right? And this is why I say your spirit team wants you to know you're bigger than that. All right. So embrace that about yourself. Okay. And you have the 7 of Swords, another deceit card. Look at that. You have the devil, right? Tempting with the cherry here. And then look at this. You also have the 7 of Swords with this snake disguise, right? And this beautiful flower garland. All right. With the temptation this time being the eggs. But in actuality, it's a snake. Right? Look at that. The snake's tail. You see it? So this is another, like, this is more imagery of you guys not allowing yourselves to be deceived. Some of you have sneaky people around you. Some of you have people around you who don't have your best intentions in mind, and your higher self wants you to be aware of this. And not only be aware of it, they want you to take action on it. Okay? They want you to take action on it. And you're taking action to show that you're not as weak as they think you are. Strength. This is your chance to show that you're not as weak as they think you are. Okay? The time to step into your power, soul retrieval, pulling out your truest essence of self, of soul. And that just means allowing yourself to shine in a whole different way than others may expect from you, right? Because there, with this devil and seven of swords coming up, there is definitely some sneakiness around you. And this could be in a workplace, this could be in a relationship, this could be in a friendship. Someone is luring you to minimize you, right? To not allow you to recognize your fears, or even I'm getting, when I'm looking at the alchemist, it's just like someone, I was going to say keeping you down. It's just like someone always reminding you of something bad that you did, right? Because they never want to let you forget it, right? And by you not, them not letting you forget it, it stays a part of you subconsciously and consciously, right? So you're not able to escape from it. So that'll show in your um, everyday life's activities, right? Because that ego is always at work, reminding you of something negative, right? And so it doesn't allow you to reach your fullest potential, right? Because you're constantly reminded of something bad. This is you becoming an alchemist, and you know what? Taking that something bad and owning it and saying, yeah, okay, you're right, I did. And so what? Your point, moving along, right? Making it work for you and not against you. All right. So some of you are being, and not a lot, but some of you are being, I feel like, kept down by people who don't want you to, they're afraid that you may evolve beyond them. All right. And like I say, relationship, friendship, jobship, whatever you want to call it, right? So this is the opportunity for you to say, no, honey, I have options. I'm bigger than this. You're no longer gonna entrap me or lure me in with all these false promises, right? You're no longer gonna do that. You're no longer gonna do that, because that is not who I am anymore. What does this card say? Not anymore. Okay, I'm going to use those things as fuel to my fire to get things going and get things moving, right? Choosing to be happy. All right. And when you step into that energy, pile number 3 is when you will be rewarded by your spirit team. All right. No guts, no glory is what I'm getting. So your spirit team is wanting you, they want to see that you have the ability to heal and trust the process. And when you step into that energy, power number 3 is when you will be rewarded. All right. Rewarded with opportunities. All right. Awarded with new possible relationships. Awarded with new possible friendships. Right. Things that are actually in your favor. Remember, new beginnings. There's a whole nother world of potential possibility waiting for you. Okay, you don't have to wait to be picked for any of this. You do the picking, right? You do the picking. Power number 3. You don't wait to be validated. You're the one who validates. All right. And this is what your spirit team wants you to know. You have options. Okay. So don't get it twisted. Don't be confused about these situations and circumstances around you, because spirit wants you to know to allow your eyes to see clear as day, and you shall see. All right. Sometimes we don't want to see. But when you allow yourself to, you will. Okay. And let's see what last message we have. What did I just say? I literally just said no guts, no glory, right? And this card comes up and it says, courage is not wasted. Risk and reward. And what else did I just say? When your spirit team sees you put forth that effort, right? You will be rewarded. This card is literally what I just said. So it is 1,000% confirmation. 1,000% confirmation for you all. All right. No, no risk, no reward, guys. Strength, courage. You have to have the courage, pal number 3. Okay. You have to embrace and take in those wounds and make them work for you. All right. And you have to stand your ground. You have to stand your ground and allow for the healing to take place. All right. And when your spirit team see, look how she steps out onto this rock and she has shown her little leg with this dress on and she is holding this beacon of fire, beacon of light, as if she's saying, universe, I am ready. I am ready. I'm tired of the tired, right? I'm tired of the drama, of this, of that, whatever. I am ready to step into my power. I am ready to retrieve my true soul, authentic self. I am ready, right? And guess what's going to happen? She's going to be rewarded. You're going to be rewarded, right? When spirit sees that you are ready, so you have to show them, pile number 3, that you are ready, right? You are ready. Wash your hands clear of anything that does not serve your higher purpose. Wash your hands clear of it. And instead, stand in your power, okay? Recognize the deceit that's around you for those who this resonates with. Recognize the deceit that is around you, okay? Because it's definitely some with this devil and the 7 of Swords both showing up here, all right? So let's see, what does this card say? All right, and it says, you have courage in the face of discouragement. You are brave. You may think that the tiny little things you do to love others go unnoticed, and maybe they do by the world. But just because you haven't posted your most recent act of kindness or accomplishment on social media doesn't mean that it didn't happen or doesn't matter. And sometimes courage looks different than you may think. Courage is to walk away from a toxic conversation, job, or partner. Courage to defend those who don't have a voice. Courage to stand up for yourself even if there are negative consequences. Courage to love wildly and authentically. Courage to accomplish the dreams that others discourage you from. Your courage is like the spark that can start a forest fire. Your bravery and courage are never wasted. The choices you make empower yourself and others in ways you may never know. People watch, and even when you don't realize it. People watch you even when you don't realize it. When you have courage in life, the universe always responds. Oh my gosh, yes, this is exactly what I was saying. When you are brave enough to take big risks from a heart centered space, you reap the harvest. Yes, this is everything this reading has said, guys, summed up in a nutshell. It's all about you having that courage. Pile number 3, courage for new beginnings, courage to close and heal old wounds, courage to realize that there are other options other than the one you're currently presented with, courage to realize you don't have to be picked, you do the picking, courage to know that you have the ability to live a happy life, and most importantly, courage to call out and recognize those who are deceitful and who does not have your best interest in this life. Okay? Courage. And when spirit sees you present that courage, they reward you. So that is all I have for you, my beautiful pal number 3. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, don't forget to hit the like button and also to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my beautiful souls, take care and bye-bye.